Women on average.
Bro.
Go ahead.
Bro. They cycle every 28 days.
They sure do.
What is going on right
They
now?
sure do, bud.
I don't like this. Give me more. Come on.
Yeah.
Give me more.
Months are not a proper unit of time, are they? A month is either 28, 29, 30 or 31 days long. In common parlance, we talk about a month being 4 weeks long, but they're not. Only February is exactly 4 weeks long, and even then, that's only true 3/4 of the time. 94% of months are longer than a month. We know exactly how many seconds in a minute, how many minutes in an hour, hours in a day, and days in a week. We even know exactly how many months in a year. But the months themselves are a mystery. They chop and change. How many months are there in a year? 12. Exactly. How many weeks are there in a year? 52. Good. However, 12 months, well, 12 times 4 is 48. And 52 minus 4 is 48. Doesn't take a genius to work out we've got 4 extra weeks. Yeah. And what do 4 weeks make? A month.
I am the highest version of myself. I'm the highest version of myself. I know I am that I am.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Godspeed Podcast. I'm your host, Joe Guy.
And I am Danny. It's everything.
Hey, it made a sound this time.
It fucking squirted.
You're used to them, though, right? Go back to the San Diego days.
You remember that? Oh, my God.
You had to do laundry. Anyway.
Oh.
I got to do my laundries now.
You're just using me for my information.
You got some gems on that app.
Wow. Anyways, let's move on.
For sure. Today, we're going to be talking about the calendar.
Calendar. Like
Calendar. Like the calendar. So,
the Mayan calendar?
in your world, what's the calendar? Like, what is it? What are the months in your world? How many of them are? What are they called? You can go through it real quick.
Oh, you want me to list them off?
Yeah, real quick.
January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January again. Did I miss one?
So are you counting January twice, or is there only 12?
It's 12.
Okay.
Did you didn't learn that in school? It was like 31, 30, 31, 30, 31. Yeah, okay.
Why you gotta bring up propaganda every single time we're doing an episode?
Propaganda.
It is. It's propaganda. That's where you learned it, right? School, propaganda, same thing.
I mean, I didn't spend a lot of time there, did you?
No, I mean, I didn't pay attention when I was there. So, history tells us, propaganda, history tells us that in 1582, they pull out your phone. You can't. All right. So we'll do it this way. Calendar.
Oh, you want me to get my burner phone? I mean,
You still selling drugs, bud?
I never did that.
Huh? I never did that.
Never did that.
Never.
I never did that.
All right. Do you see the calendar?
I see it.
All right. So we're gonna go all the way back in our way back machine to let's just search it out. That's gonna take too long.
Let's take a trip way back in the time.
1582.
No such calendar for then, buddy.
What the fuck? Oh, you went all the way back to today, you son of a bitch.
You clicked on today.
It's so much easier with the phone because you scroll.
Uh-huh.
I'm not scrolling back 400 more years. Okay. So. Fuck.
Lazy.
All right. So I'm going to put it behind me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put the calendar behind me.
Oh, look at that
And-
calendar behind you.
All right, so 1582. If you look at your iPhone calendar, everybody,
Yeah.
you click on the month. If you just look at the year 1582 and you look at October and you can see all the months with it, it's still going to say every single day. If you click on October, you'll see that it's missing October 5th through the 14th. So it'll jump from October 4th to October 15th. Okay? See this behind me? See how it does that behind me?
Yeah, that's weird.
It's because they moved the date 10 days back. And they changed our calendar. They changed the Gregorian calendar. So they made us lose 10 days, and it's on everybody's iPhone. You can check this yourself. So basically, I think that they did this way later on. I think they did this in like the late 1800s. They changed the calendar and shit. I don't think they did it in 1582. I think they're just telling us they did it in 1582 because they have to tell us that they did shit. You know what I mean?
They have to tell us.
They have to tell us. Yeah, yeah. So we're going to go over the real calendar. All right, let me start.
The Mayan calendar, right?
No. I mean, I haven't looked at the Mayan calendar. You want to explain the Mayan calendar to me, bud?
No, I don't.
No, I don't. Hold on. Ow. Hold on. Oh! Be right back.
Let's take this time while he's gone to talk about what you should be doing. You should be going right now and hitting the like, share, subscribe button. Get this message out there to all your friends. Share our podcast. Share it with the people you care about. It's important that the people know what we do here, and we're trying to get the message out to you and your friends and family. It's very important. So like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Tell us how we did. Joe reads all of them. I do not.
Totally read them. I read one today, actually.
Me too.
Love your show.
How is your aunt?
That's not my aunt.
Oh.
I don't even know that person. I don't know that person, actually. Shockingly. Okay. So we're going to start with May. I know we're starting with the 5th month.
It's going to be May. No. All right.
Oh, man. So I can't record today because you said that really gay song. All right, we're going to start with May. And May is the 5th month in your world, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so May was named after the goddess Maya, and that is the goddess of growth. And I'm assuming it's because it's in spring. That makes sense?
Okay. Yeah. I'm
Growth,
still with
spring. June is named after the goddess Juno, which
Best
means
month of the year.
vitality.
you. Yes, right, baby.
Which means vitality.
Yeah.
Also could be spring. It also means youth, young. Plants are young, I guess. Going into summer, spring going into summer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. I know what you mean.
All right.
Love me
So
some Joe.
those two have to deal with like spring, summer. You know what I mean? Growth, vitality, all that kind of shit. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we get into July. July was originally called Quintilis. Okay. It was renamed July because of Julius Caesar is fucking vain and changed to he was born in that month, so he changed it and named it after himself. So July is named after Julius Caesar. It was originally Quintilis. Do you know what Quintilis in Latin means, or quat?
4 fruits.
4 is correct. 4.
That's what I
Okay.
said.
August was renamed Augustus Caesar because, again, vain and needed to name a month after himself. It was originally named Quintilis. Do you know what quant means?
6.
Nope. You're close.
5.
Yes. Means 5.
Yes.
Okay.
We should name it Dancember.
Everybody else is renaming shit. Why not? Why not?
Can we call it that from now on? Will you officially call it Dancember every year going forward?
August?
No, Dancember.
I can't commit to that. So, So we did 4. So 4, 5.
5, yeah.
We're going to jump to September. What does sept mean in Latin?
9.
It means 7.
7.
7. Okay. What does octo mean?
8.
How many
8.
legs does an octopus have?
Let's talk about octopus for a minute.
All right.
Aliens of the sea. That's one of the only fish I can't, because I don't think they're fish. I really do think they're octopus of the sea. It's one of the only foods I don't
They're
really
octopus
care
of the
for.
sea.
Or, I mean, aliens of the sea. They're too smart, man. They're too smart. And they can change colors and shapeshift and
Yeah, they get camouflage.
camouflage. It's really weird.
Yeah.
But like on a different level than any other thing on this planet can camouflage. It's really, really strange. And then like they figure things out. They get attached to things. Have you watched My Octopus Teacher on Netflix?
No, I don't watch that.
Dude,
Bullshit.
it's
Bullshit
a
streaming site.
it's a doc about.
I'm not talking about the show. I don't watch anything on Netflix.
You should, because there's a couple good things. But check out My Octopus Teacher. It's really weird, but interesting, man. Anyways, Octo 8.
Okay, yeah.
I got it.
Octagon, 8 sides.
Yeah.
So October is 8. September is 7. July, Quatillus is 4.
Mm-hmm.
Quantillus is 5. So 4, 5. We skipped 6. We'll come back to that.
Why the fuck would we
September,
skip 6?
September is 7.
Mm-hmm.
October is 8.
Yeah.
What does novum mean? Novum in Latin.
10.
9.
10, 11. 9.
What does dec mean? How many years in a decade?
10. Everybody knows that.
10. Okay, so December's 10.
Uh-huh.
January, which would have been the 11th. January, February are all named after gods. March, Ides of March. So Ides of March, before Shakespeare said, beware the Ides of March, and made it like a scary thing. Ides of March was a celebration for the new year. So it also, Ides used to be ancient markers for dates, and it always fell on 13. So if March is 13, that makes January 11th, February 12th, and March 13th. What's next? April?
Yep.
Okay. Last week, we talked on the holiday episode. We talked about New Year's Eve. We're talking about holidays. I said we're going to wait to do New Year's Eve or New Year's Day till this episode because we're going to talk about it on this episode. New Year's Day is obviously the beginning of the new year. It's usually January 1st.
Yeah, the first usually.
Usually it's January 1st in our world. So, we're on April, okay? The only reason why New Year's Day is a holiday is because it's, we're changing the new year. So that's what the holiday's about. Is so everybody thinks that January 1st is New Year's Day. That's the new year. Does that make sense? You got that?
Yeah,
Obviously.
I'm keeping up this time.
Okay. So if we're on April, Aprilis, that's where April comes from. Do you know what Aprilis means in Latin?
Yeah.
That's where we get the name April from.
Yeah, that's for the sex workers that would only wear aprons when they met the Johns in their the place of business.
Quarters?
In their
Their quarters?
They only had the apron on.
Oh, that's what Aprilis means, huh?
Isn't that what they
I'm
called
asking.
them? I'm pretty sure that's what they called them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. No. They might. I mean, it means so. Aprilis in Latin means to open. So
Are you sure?
Women have to open. Maybe it has two meanings. I don't know.
I was close.
Aprilis means to open. So April means to open.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
we have May and June are named after goddesses that deal with like springtime. Okay.
Yeah.
July and August were hijacked by Julius Caesar and Augustus Caesar. They originally mean Quintilis and Quintilis, which means 4 and 5, right? Mm-hmm. Brings us to, where's 6?
Where is
Where is
6?
6?
Where is 6?
6 this month used to be called Sextilis. No, we're not 14. It's not, has nothing to do with sex.
I knew June was the best month. I knew it.
June?
Yeah.
June is back. June
is
back.
June is the 6th month.
No.
Yeah.
In your world, it is.
Welcome to my world, everybody.
June is the 3rd month. So April would be 1. May would be 2. June would be 3. July would be 4.
What school did you go to?
August would be 5.
Well, what school did you go to?
Hold on. Sextilis would be 6.
Okay.
September would be 7.
All right.
October would be 8. November would be 9. December would be 10. January would be 11. February would be 12.
I see what you're doing here.
And Ides of March would be 13.
Oh.
That's what the months are supposed to mean. Those
it.
are the real names for the months, and those every single month was supposed to be 28 days with 13 months. And they make perfect sense when you go through the names, because everything was Latin back in the day. So all these months were named after Latin names. So it makes sense what the meaning is. Why is October the 10th month? Oct is clearly 8. Novum is 9. Sept is 7. Dec is 10.
Dan is 10, bro. Dan Sember.
Do you get what I'm saying, though?
I'm picking it up.
It makes way more sense. It makes way more sense.
I agree. Let's move forward. I agree.
You do agree that?
Yeah,
you agree that they fucked our calendar up big time.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with.
They make better sense.
Nov, Dec. Yes, that would make sense. Yes.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, so Ides of March, that's a true thing. Ides of March was about celebration for the coming New Year.
Okay.
Why would March be celebrating the coming of the New Year if it's the 3rd month? Because it's not. The reason why April 1st, what other holiday did we skip last week that's on April 1st?
You a fool, bro.
You're a fool for thinking that April is not the 1st month of the year. It's not about playing pranks on your friends and shit. It's literally, they're calling us fools for not knowing what our bodies are naturally made to know. Why would they lie about the calendar?
I don't know. You're the expert. Why would they lie?
Because they want us out of tune with the celestial calendar.
No, I mean, thinking about it, though, like the beginning of a new year, wouldn't that make more sense if things were starting to blossom and bloom and grow again? Doesn't that make more sense? Like
1,000%, bud. Yeah.
And at the end of the year, things just, get cold and lose all their leaves and start dying, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might have me on this one, Joe.
Bro.
You might fucking have me, buddy.
If you times 13 by 28, you get 364. There's 365 days in a year. So every month is supposed to have 28 days, and the last day of the year is a date to celebrate the next day, the new year. So the one day is just, it's not part of any month. It's just a day of celebration. If you go outside and you map the stars tonight, you point out where all the stars are, and you draw on a piece of paper and you line them all out, and you know exactly where they all are, and you come next year, 365 days from today, and you map them out again, they're all going to be in the exact same spot, because the stars tell you the year, they clock the year, and the moons clock the months. Women on average, go ahead.
I didn't say nothing.
You were gonna say something.
Bro!
I cut you off a lot. I notice when I do the editing.
They cycle every 28 days.
They sure do.
What is going on right
They
now?
sure do, bud.
I don't like this. Give me more. Come on, give me more.
On average, every woman's period is 28 days. There's what did they just come out when it comes to zodiac? What did they just come out with?
I don't pay attention to that.
The
Hogwash.
13th missing zodiac sign.
There's another zodiac. What is it?
There's 13.
Let me guess. It's the unicorn.
The snake charmer or something like that.
I'm a unicorn.
It's like a snake charmer.
I'm the most prolific, one-of-a-kind woman in the whole world. I'm a unicorn.
Yeah, that would be a unicorn. That's for real.
Take that out, please.
I'm a precious unicorn.
Oh, shit. Or leave it in. Fuck it.
So, turtles. Turtles on the back of almost all turtles. There's 13 shapes, hexagonal shapes on the back of a turtle.
You're being loose.
Big shapes.
You're being loose with
And
that
then there's-
hexagon word.
And then there's 28 smaller ones around the shell. So there's 28 around the days, and then there's 13 in the middle, the months. You ever seen the picture of the turtle with the earth on its back?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because all the cultures and civilizations before our corrupt one knew that the turtles knew about the clock. They were perfectly in tune with the celestial clock, and that's why, like Stephen King, you know the movie It? Well, in the book, Pennywise's nemesis is a turtle, and they're both like celestial beings that were here before anything else. So they're literally telling us in that demonic book that the turtle is like, basically they're just telling us that turtles know. They tell us everything. They have to tell us everything.
The turtles
I
know
sound
that-
like I'm nuts right now.
The turtles know
I'm
what's
scatterbrained. I'm everywhere. Yeah, they do. They do. And here's another thing to add to this. So if there's 28 days of every month, and there's 13 months,
Sure.
Sunday would always be the first, Monday would always be the second, Tuesday would always be the third, Wednesday would always be the fourth of every month. You would never need to buy another calendar again, because every November 15th, there'd be a March 15th, there'd be a July 15th, and they would all be on Sunday. All the days would have the same weekday
Right.
attached to them. You'd never have to buy a calendar again, because it makes more sense, because 7 times 4 is 28. They completely changed our calendar around, dude. Completely. And it's literally so we're out of tune with the world. It sounds nuts, but I'm getting really spiritual and shit. Obviously, you know that, but like it knocks us off of our clocks. Does that make sense?
I've knocked a
Am I
couple
so-
people off their clock before. I've done that. It's possible, bro. I think I've been knocked off my clock.
That's what I'm saying. It's
That's what I'm saying. So you agree?
that you've been knocked off your clock.
Yeah. That's what you're saying?
I think we've all been knocked off our clocks.
Well, what
Tell me
time
this
is it?
doesn't make perfect sense.
I'm kind of weirded out right now because this makes the most sense out of anything you've told me so far.
That's good. I'm glad we did this episode.
This is the one, bro. You might have me on this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. It's just all of it lines up perfectly.
Here's the thing, though.
And-
They can't stop me from using the old. I'm gonna create my own calendar, and just start using that. Say fuck everybody else.
Me too.
Hey, who touched you? Who touched you?
Oh, jeez. Alyssa Milano.
You wish, buddy.
Fuck no, I don't. That fucking demon. She can get bent.
I'm so lost right now.
She's the one that started the Me Too movement and then buried it into the ground.
Oh boy. Okay.
Buried that bitch into the ground.
Trust all women, believe all women, unless they accuse Joe Biden.
Then don't believe him. She fucking buried that shit with that.
Anyway, I don't want anything to do with this.
Well, I'm not cutting any of it.
Oh my god. So what else, man?
Damn.
Dude, that's you just blew my fucking mind, bro.
It makes me happy when you say stuff like that.
It's like it's all a little too logical and like it makes a lot of sense. I just don't understand other than your theory is they want to knock us off our circadian rhythm or off our clock. But honestly, I think you touched on something, but without saying it, they changed the calendar so we would never have to buy another one. It's about the money. They want us every year about this time. You go into a retail store and you're gonna see a calendar display with all the little pictures and all
the little cats and dogs.
Yeah, the Friends album. Rest in peace, whatever your name is.
Friends album.
They'll have the
What's
picture.
the Friends album?
No, the Friends. The show, The Friends.
What about them?
They'll have pictures. There'll be a Friends calendar. They'll have
okay.
a dog. Cars, horses.
Yeah,
man. So they're
Fucked us.
They're just trying to make more money. That's all.
I tried looking to find out what May, what January, February, March, they're named after gods, but those are the controllers naming them after gods. They're false gods, I think. So I was trying to see what those could have possibly have been named, like Julius and Augustus hijacked them. Mm-hmm. They have to originally be named after Latin numbers, you know what I mean? Like the rest of them.
Right.
It doesn't make sense that, July, August, September, whatever, Sextilis, September, November, October, December, those are all numbers, and then it's changed. Aprilis makes sense because it means to open, March makes sense because of Ides of March, but...
Does any of these months, do any of the names or whatever, the meanings behind the names align with the holidays, the rituals to the holidays that they used to?
No. So apparently this is, I don't know how much I believe. Well, the Bible has been corrupted, 100%. They removed books, they've added books, but in the Bible it says, don't believe the holidays, and it literally says they're going to change months so you don't follow the real holidays. So we don't even know what the real holidays are. The
Jews do.
But that's Bible stuff. The Jesuits, anyway.
I think the Jews know the real holidays.
Well, the Jesuits they hijacked the Jewish race. So Jesuits are Jews now. But we got to get into who's they. So what do you think about your calendar versus the real calendar?
I don't think I'm buying that calendar from Walmart this year.
Boom. You guys just lost $17.
$2.98, $3.98.
Oh, damn. All right. With it being 28 days, it also doesn't make sense that each month has different days. Why does January have 31, February have 28, March have 31, April have 30?
February has 28 because they gave that to the blacks for Black History Month, and they didn't want to give them too much, so they only gave them 28 because they are racist.
Give them the shortest month.
They're racist assholes. That's why.
I already told you last week that the Black History Month is literally just to remind them that they used to be slaves, so they can keep the separation of the races.
Of course, divide and conquer.
Yep.
I mean, there is some. We can agree there is some racism still in America, but not as much not as much as they.
There's racism in certain people that were that grew up in
Yes.
racist households and shit.
Yes,
but
100%.
It's not as prevalent as they try to pretend like it is in the media.
The media definitely intensifies it, magnifies.
Yeah,
That's what I'm looking
absolutely.
for. So,
Yeah. All right, bud. So you agree with me finally?
Yeah, I'm on board.
I love it.
Well, here's the thing. I think it all could be true. And I say that a lot, but I do think it all could be true. This, like, on top of that, a lot of this, like, actually adds up. Like, it like, makes perfect sense on top of potentially could be true. So, I'm on board with this one, man. Like, let's take it back. Let's change it back, dude.
I'm with you.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's start.
I am totally down to.
We should start printing out our own calendars of the old calendar and selling them shits in front of Walmart for $2.98 instead of what they're charging people.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, doesn't Walmart not ever end in like 99? Doesn't always have to be like 98 or less.
Yeah.
Why don't they end in 99?
It's a bad look. It's usually like $2.98, $2.97. Yeah.
It's 1 cent cheaper.
And if it's ever a flat, if it's like $1, $1.50, $2, it's on clearance. You don't ever see any round numbers or flat numbers at Walmart.
Okay, yeah, I've noticed that.
Unless
it's like a white tag that says 150 or.
Yep, it's on clearance.
Whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, you know what else? In Ethiopia, they're 8 years ahead of us, and they have 13 months. The difference between Ethiopia and us is...
Hold up. They're 8 years ahead of us. They couldn't see that food shortage coming?
No, sorry, they're 8 years behind us. So they're like 2000.
Okay.
It's 2014 for them right now.
Got it. So yeah, it makes sense.
Food shortage.
That makes sense.
It's not like they're in the fucking future or the past.
You said it. You said they're 8 years ahead of us.
They have 13 months, but theirs is weird. Like the 13th month is just like the 5 or 6 days that's left over from the other months. Yeah. So, but a bunch of countries are different. Like some countries are like 10 years behind us. So, because they fucked with the calendars. So you go to another country, it'll be 10 years behind. Doesn't make any sense.
I know, like, when I visit the middle of the country, those people are like 2 or 3 years behind it easily.
Canada is in 1990 right now.
Like the fashion, living
they're wearing jellies.
Living on the coasts. You know what I mean? The fashion stuff kind of happens there first, and then it infiltrates to the middle. Middle of the country is...
Middle of the country, I love you. You're way cooler than California. And New York, for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to find a chick from, like, South Dakota, farmer's daughter type. Email me. Well, that's phone. Email me.
They're still using emails for communication.
Email me if you want a fruitarian semen retention flat earther.
Yeah, write him a letter, because you don't have an email. You don't have a computer yet.
Pick up the phone.
You got a better chance.
I'm all alone.
You got a better chance of meeting one of those girls in California, bud. I know.
It's crazy, because they all have they're probably all like super liberal and like all the things I like, but I'm like the opposite of liberal and like all the things they like.
You are slightly conservative.
Little bit.
Little bit.
Little bit.
Little bit.
Little bit.
All right, Joe. This has been a good one. You got me.
Gotcha, bitch. Was that loud? I'm sorry.
No, it was good. But, yeah, man. Godspeed, brother.
Godspeed, homie.
You've reached the offices of the Godspeed Podcast. We are currently closed. Please leave your information and someone will return your call within 24 business days. Thank you.
I listened to your calendar episode and listened to what I know, 13 months, 28 days, but I'm saying, dude, I know all these old people at this nursing home, and I bring calendars there all the time, and I rip out all the months except for January, February, March, so that my birthday is just labeled in February. So every 3 months, all these people think there's only 3 months in a year, and I get mad birthday checks. But, yeah, yours is good, too.